Hi friends, welcome back to another gab about a bag. Odeon is back joining me as promised, and today we are going to gab about my latest addition to my collection, the Louis Vuitton. I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Odeon. And I purchased this a little bit on a whim, not really, but my friend came over to visit and she had it and I fell madly in love. And I went out to look for it immediately, and I was looking on eBay, looking on Fashion File, and there are definitely some good deals to be had on it. I ended up getting this one from Fashion File because I found it for less than $800 after taxes on there, and it's in very good condition considering that this bag I'm pretty sure is made in the second week of 2009. So it's a little over 10 years old, so it's great condition for how old it is. It's not quite vintage, but still pretty great. So I wanted to do a gab about this bag because it really is hard to find information about it, especially because this bag was discontinued for a while, and Louis Vuitton did re-release a second version of this same bag in 2020, towards the fall of 2020. And that bag has a little bit of a tag here that I'm not so excited about, and I do prefer the vintage version. So I wanted to give some information about it in case you are considering getting this bag. I should mention this bag comes in two sizes, the MM and the GM. What I have now is the GM, so we'll just talk a little bit about it and we'll see what fits and do some mod shots in case you're curious. I couldn't find anything before purchasing it, and I couldn't really figure out how big the sizes were, and I was actually pretty surprised that it's as big as it is. Even though it's called GM, it didn't occur to me it would be this big. I think my friend actually has the MM because I don't feel like hers was this big. She's a bigger person than I am, but hers felt a little bit less voluminous. So here goes. Oyen and I have some items here, and we've got the bubble wrap inside, so she's gonna take that out. We've got some common items here that people carry, and we'll see how much we can get in there. I have not tried this before, so we're gonna figure this out together. I got this bag maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, and Boston has basically become London or Seattle or whatever, and it's rained like every single day in July, so have not had much opportunity to use it. So this will be interesting. So we'll start with some things that are smaller and we'll go from there. Typically I leave the house with my Louis Vuitton clay. Now this is a bigger clay than I have another clay somewhere, but this is in the Empreinte leather, so it's a little bit bigger than the canvas ones, and this is what I carry, like receipts and cards and random stuff. And honestly, I'm not even sure what I have in here. I'm not sure why I still carry this, but I'll show you why later. So the clay is the first thing that I typically carry. Second, I carry a pretty small wallet. Now you might wonder why I just don't carry a big wallet. I just don't want to. I don't like it. I feel like transferring out of a big wallet to a smaller wallet when you carry smaller bags is too much hassle. So my preference is to just carry a small wallet. This is the Louis Vuitton Zoe wallet, and it's one of my favorites. It's pretty great. It's got a card slot in the back. Most of you all are pretty familiar with this, but it only has space for it has a little zipper. I'll have Oyen show you. It's got a little zipper where you can put a little bit of change, but it's got not a ton of room for cards. I think it's only got 4 card slots, and it's got room for some bills up at the top, so you can put some bills in there, a little bit. I have a canceled check in there for some reason. A little bit of cash, some cards, and some change. Not a lot. That's why, to circle back, that's why I carry the clay as well, so that I can carry receipts and things like that, prescriptions if I need them. So we'll just toss that in there, and of course that fits no problem because this bag is huge. Also, never leave the house without my keys. The 6-key holder by Louis Vuitton, also very popular. I know a lot of people have this item, this one or the Chanel one. I'm pretty sure the Chanel one is a little bit bigger than this, but this is what I have. I don't actually have a Chanel SLG, so whatever. It goes great, and it just has my gym card and some keys to enter my buildings and to work and all that stuff. So that's what's in there. Also, I tend not to leave home without my Airpods, Even now, when I mostly go to the therapy gym, I do bring music sometimes because we do the exercise bike, so I can practice working out my legs, and I bring my own tunes because the music they have playing in the overhead speakers is not it. So, it just isn't. Also, I'm pretty sensitive to light, and I tend to carry sunglasses year round, even in winter. Not this month in Boston, even though it's July, because it's been so overcast and rainy. So I tend to have with me at least a glasses case because I wear glasses, and I wear prescription sunglasses as well. So I bring the case regardless because I don't want my glasses ever be scratched up inside the bag because they're always prescription, whatever I'm wearing. Third, I typically bring a tumbler. Usually it's full of espresso and a latte that I make at home just to save money while I'm out in the street. Also, I find it helpful when I get to work that I can just drink from, and I can usually find a place to get water. So I don't carry a water bottle per se because water bottles take a ton of space, and I just don't really have room for that. Even if the bag is this big, I don't really want to be carrying a water bottle. So a tumbler like this works pretty well. Also, I typically carry, folks may know, I carry an iPad mini, and I carry also, I don't have it here, an Apple Pencil because I prefer to take my notes in the iPad, and I keep my calendar that way. I know a lot of people are big fans of the Louis Vuitton agendas or other agendas. I'm just really not that girl. I wish I were that classy and sophisticated, but honestly, I just want my calendar to sync with my contacts, to sync with my notes, to sync with my reminders, all things. So there goes my iPad mini, and if I had my pencil, I would probably just stick it in my pocket. Not last, but almost last, we're getting to the bottom of my always carry with me on a work day, my mini pochette. And the mini pochette is what I always carry as a catch-all, and we can take a look at what's inside because I haven't done a what's in my bag in a very long time. So
pull everything out.
Yeah, we'll do it one by one. So typically I carry some painkillers or pain relief like Advil, so I have that in there. And this is a hand cream. I like this one because it's flat. It's a Nivea. It's super cheap from like, I think my friend was at the dollar store and somehow they had like a pack of 30 for like $5. They might have been expired. Anyway, so she bought them and she gifted me one, and I love it. Oh my gosh, I thought I lost this. I don't know. I don't know where I thought this was. This is the Gucci travel size. I think it's called Juste un Mémoire. What's it called? Eau de Mémoire. Something by the Mémoire. Mémoire d'une odeur. I think that means memory of a scent. So anyway, this is one of my favorite scents to carry, and it's just a rollerball, and you just kind of, yeah, William likes it. You just put it on, it's kind of fresh, it's floral. It doesn't last forever, so I actually have the full size. In the morning, if I spray it, I still find that after lunch, especially if I'm going to an event after whatever, I do need to re-up. Altoids, the minis, these are actually big size Altoids in there. I just like the size of the mini container, so it takes less space. Cool. A Tide pen. I always carry a Tide pen because I wear a ton of white. You can't tell by today. I mean, this might be reading white, but it's not. I carry a Tide pen because people always comment on how tidy I am and how I manage to keep neat throughout the day. It's not an accident. You just need to be properly prepared. So know that if you drink coffee and eat hot sauce, which I do both, you're going to spill something probably, and just be prepared to take care of it. So Tide pen travel. I have a small sanitary napkin, and I know most people carry that. And a couple of tampons just as backup, because the last thing I like to do is to have to run into a CVS and spend $10 on a whole box of tampons knowing that I have 50 boxes at home. So I always just carry those. So that's what's in my mini pochette. That's kind of a video inside a video. Anyway, call it a bonus.
Okay.
Groovy. So everything is now back in the mini pochette, and we'll toss that in the bag, and let's do a space check. Oh yeah, how we doing?
I think we're doing good.
Yeah, is that,
Yeah.
Wow, it's like so much room. My hand is almost
Yeah,
disappearing. So let's see if the MacBook fits.
I think it will.
I think it will. It'll be heavy, but it'll fit. Wow.
Oh wait, I did a bad job organizing.
We're just gonna shuffle some things around, and I'm trying this because it's one of the more common questions I get whenever I buy a big bag, which has not been in quite a while lately. Whenever I feature a backpack or a tote or anything like that, inevitably somebody asks me if it'll carry a laptop. I don't carry laptops with me. I think an iPad or iPad mini does the trick, but if you are someone who carries a full-on laptop, you definitely can fit a laptop in there and all your other stuff. My gosh, you saw all the stuff we put in there. How's it feel?
It's heavy.
It's heavy.
But it's a laptop.
It's heavy. So
But there's still space too.
there's still space. So if you are somebody who, like me in my old life, would go to the gym after, I think there's enough space because the bag is pretty squishy. You could probably carry a pair of tights and a sports bra and a tank top in there. Probably you couldn't carry like your sneakers or your spin shoes or anything like that, but assuming you're leaving that stuff at the gym locker, you could definitely carry a change of clothes if you needed to. Also probably a lunch and anything else you pick up throughout the day. So that's it. We'll now do a couple of mod shots and show you where it hits. I've got this set to the 1, 2, 3rd hole on the strap, and I am 5'4", so I'll show you where it hits. It's kind of long because the bag is tall, so it hangs pretty low, but I'll just show you anyway. So now we have a couple of mod shots. Odeon is going to do them because it's a little easier for her to stand and turn and pivot. And Odeon is also 5'4". She's informed me that I am 5'5" because apparently she thought I was taller than her, so I'm having a new designation arbitrarily. But this is how it fits a person who is 5'4". And like I said, the bag is pretty long, so it does come quite low on the thigh, even though it's not a long strap. But that's kind of how it looks if you wear it crossbody, and if you just wear it shoulder hung, it kind of hangs that way. Awesome. She's doing a fabulous job, y'all. And if she carries it in the crook of her arm, we'll see. I mean, it's a little heavy to be carried that way, honestly. I would not recommend, but one can. If you're just carrying clothes, you might be able to get away with it that way.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if it's just hand carried low, I don't think that's the best way because, again, it's quite a long bag. And, oh no, that actually looks pretty good.
Yeah, especially if
Everything
you're
looks great on Odeon. So, this is it. Fabulous. So that's the gab that we have, and that's it. If you have any questions, let us know. Go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section, and I'll answer them. And we'll be back next week with another gab about a different bag. Take care, Instafam. Peace.